Right. Hello, guys. I don't actually know how big my face is on this until I watch it, so some of you might crack up laughing. I am going to try and give you your notes on how to do dividing polynomials with long division. What we did last week was where we factored, and what you divided by came out as one of your factors. This time, they're already telling us what one of our factors are, and we're going to use that to find the other one. I will put a copy of my notes on Google Classroom for those of you that have an issue with how fast I talk. And you can copy them, or if you can't read it, you can copy them. But let's go through it. The first thing we're going to talk about are the steps for long division. There are 5. The first one is to set up your division problem. Okay? And what I mean by that is, how did it look back in the day when you guys did long division in elementary school? Second step is to divide leading term the leading term inside by leading term outside. And when we do our example, I'll explain to you what that means. After you do that, you distribute to divisor. Fourth step, after you distribute, you're going to subtract down. And then you repeat steps 1 through 3. Step 5 is when you get all the way down and you can't divide anymore, you check for your remainder. Okay? I'll give you a second to write those down. But then remember, they will be on Google Classroom for you. All right. I'm going to do this in a different color. Step 1, we're going to set up our problem. So what I'm dividing by is going to go on the outside, and that is my divisor. So x plus 1 is my divisor. Okay, he goes on the outside. I make my long division bar. And then the part that they want me to divide is called the dividend. That goes inside the x squared minus 9x minus 10. Okay? This guy is my dividend. Now, when it says divide leading term inside by leading term outside, my leading term inside is my x squared. My leading term outside is my x. So I'm going to do x squared divided by x. Okay? So when I do x squared divided by x, I get an x left. And then now I have to take this x and multiply my divisor by that, and then rewrite it down here below. So I'm going to do x plus 1 times x and rewrite it down here. So I'm going to have x squared plus x. Okay? That's the step 3 here, where I multiplied the top by my outside, and then I rewrote it. Step 4 is now I'm going to change the sign of both of these guys so I can subtract down. The goal in that is that this first term will cancel. Okay, so when we're doing this dividing, our whole point is so that our terms cancel out. When we're done, we will go through all of our terms. Okay, so I'm going to change the sign here, change the sign here, and then I'm going to subtract down. So x squared minus x squared goes away. And then I have 9x minus another x gives me negative 10x. And then I bring this guy down. And now I have to go back to step 2, sorry, and we're going to do this again. So now I'm going to look at how many times does this x go into the negative 10x, or negative 10x divided by x. So if I do negative 10x divided by x, that gives me minus 10. And then I multiply my outside by that minus 10 that I just found. So I do x plus 1 times negative 10, and I get negative 10x minus 10. Step 4, change the sign so we can subtract down. So these guys are going to become pluses, so we can subtract down. What happens here is really nice. My term cancels that I want to cancel, and then I get negative 10 plus 10 is 0. I have nothing else I can bring down, so that means I stop. And then since I have 0, that means I do not have a remainder. So I would write no remainder. Wouldn't be me if I didn't write sideways, right guys? Okay, no remainder. So then now, how we write our final answer. Is parentheses, you put your divisor, x plus 1, and then the second set of parentheses are what you got at the top as your answer, x minus 10. And that's it. That's how we do long division with our quadratics. Make sure you email me with questions. Your assignment will be posted on Google Classroom. Make sure you show all of your work. Love you, miss you. Bye.